Ever feel like your ex is slipping further away, no matter what you do? What if I told you there's a way to turn things around, without begging, chasing, or making things worse? Hey, I'm Michael Flynn, and welcome to Relationship Reset Academy. I've spent over 10 years helping couples rebuild love, and today, I'm giving you the exact steps to reattract your ex, without pushing them further away. You might think texting more or explaining your feelings will fix things, but that's where most people go wrong. In this video, I'll show you what actually works to make your ex want you back, without the awkward desperation. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make your ex miss you, rethink the breakup, and take the first steps toward reconciliation. And trust me, it's not what you think. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a trick that could save your relationship. Alright, let's get into it. Here's what actually works to get your ex back. Step 1. Stop the panic mode. Let's be real. Breakups can feel like an emotional hurricane. 1 minute, you're holding it together, telling yourself you'll be fine. The next, you're staring at your phone, heart pounding, wondering if they're thinking about you, or worse, if they've already moved on. That sinking feeling in your stomach? That's panic mode, and if you let it take over, it can ruin your chances of getting them back. When someone breaks up with you, your instincts scream at you to do something, anything, to fix it. You might feel the urge to call them, send a long text pouring out your feelings, or show up at their place just to talk. But let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. Acting on those emotions right now is a guaranteed way to push them further away. Think about it from your ex's perspective. They've made a decision to end things. Whether they were 100% sure or just acting on emotion, they need space to process that choice. But if you're constantly reaching out, texting, calling, apologizing, begging, or even just checking in, what message does that send? It tells them you're not respecting their decision. You're desperate for their attention. You haven't taken time to reflect or grow. And none of that is attractive. In fact, it confirms for them that breaking up was the right call. So what do you do instead? You stop. No emotional texts. No overanalyzing their social media. No forcing conversations that they're not ready to have. Giving them space doesn't mean you're losing them forever. It means you're resetting the energy between you. Right now, if they see your name pop up on their phone, they're expecting pressure, sadness, or drama. But if you stop chasing, that expectation starts to fade. They start wondering, why aren't they reaching out? Are they moving on? And that's exactly what you want. Taking a step back is one of the hardest things to do when you still love someone. But trust me, if your goal is to get them back, it's the first and most important step. Step 2. Figure out what went wrong. Okay, so you've taken a step back. Now what? It's time to be brutally honest with yourself. Most people assume they know exactly why their relationship ended. We had one big fight, they lost feelings, they met someone else. But the truth is, breakups rarely happen overnight. Even if it felt sudden, there were probably issues building up long before they finally ended things. If you don't take the time to really understand what went wrong, you risk making the same mistakes again, even if your ex does come back. So instead of just guessing, ask yourself, what were the biggest recurring problems in your relationship? Were they trying to communicate something to you that you ignored or dismissed? Did your energy in the relationship shift over time? Did you become too needy, distant, controlling, or complacent? Were they unhappy long before they actually said anything? And here's a tough one. Would you have wanted to be in a relationship with yourself? A lot of people want their ex back. But they don't stop to think, what version of me am I trying to bring them back to? If your ex comes back tomorrow and nothing has changed, how long before the same problems resurface? This step isn't about blaming yourself or beating yourself up. It's about taking ownership of the role you played, not to feel bad, but to get better. Because once you understand what went wrong, you can actually fix it. And when you do, you don't just get your ex back. You create a relationship that's stronger than before. By the way, if you need real guidance on how to pinpoint what went wrong and what to do about it, check out romancedictionary.com/x. It breaks things down in a way that makes getting results so much easier. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Step 3. Level up your attraction. Here's a hard truth. You can't talk your ex into feeling attracted to you again. You can't convince them to miss you, to love you, or to come back just because you want them to. Attraction doesn't work that way. But what does work? Becoming someone they naturally feel drawn to again. Let's say your ex thinks about you right now. What do you think comes to mind? Someone confident, fun, and full of life? Or someone sad, desperate, and stuck in the past? Be honest with yourself. Because if the version of you they remember isn't exciting or attractive, you're not giving them a reason to second-guess their decision. Attraction is not just about looks, although taking care of yourself physically never hurts. It's about energy. The way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you make others feel. It's about regaining the confidence that made your ex fall for you in the first place. So ask yourself, what did you stop doing in the relationship that you used to do at the beginning? What parts of yourself did you lose? What new things could you do to make yourself more interesting, fulfilled, and happy without them? Because the moment you start feeling better about yourself, something shifts. You're no longer just the person who got dumped. You're the person who's growing, evolving, and becoming more than you were before. And when your ex sees that, that's when their interest starts creeping back in. Step 4. The right way to reconnect. Alright, now let's talk about actually reaching out. Because at some point, you'll want to open the door again. But how you do it matters just as much as when. The worst thing you can do? Lead with emotions. That means no. I miss you so much. I can't stop thinking about you. I regret everything. Can we talk? Those messages might feel honest, but to your ex? They feel heavy. And if they're not ready for that conversation, it just pushes them further away. Instead, your first message should feel casual, light, and pressure-free. Your goal is to break the ice, not to have a full-on relationship talk right away. Try something like, "Hey, I saw something today that reminded me of you. Made me laugh. Hope you're doing well. Hey, totally random, but do you remember when we got lost for an hour trying to find that shortcut? Just popped into my head. Why does this work? Because it's not needy, it's not begging, and it doesn't demand a response. It just plants a seed. And when done right, it makes them curious instead of cautious. From there, you let the conversation flow naturally. No pressure. No bringing up the breakup. No emotional deep dives. Just easy, light interactions that make them feel comfortable talking to you again. And if you want the exact messages that work best in these situations, check out romancedictionary.com/x. It's packed with insights that make reconnecting way easier. The link is in the pop-up here. Look, getting your ex back is possible, but only if you approach it the right way. Desperation? Kills attraction. Confidence and self-improvement? That's what draws them back in. If you want a step-by-step plan on exactly what to do next, go check out romancedictionary.com/x. It'll give you the real strategy to make this work. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Drop a comment below if this helped, and let me know what's your biggest challenge right now. I'll be checking the comments. See you in the next one.